Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Welcome back to Story Time with Aunt Becky. Today is Saturday, April the 12th. Yesterday was my brother-in-law's birthday, so if any of you saw the little video I made of how to wrap a present, we gave him that yesterday. Well, it wasn't how to wrap a present, it was how to wrap a present when you've used too short a paper. Here I am, we got the gummy bear blanket again. There's red, orange, and blue on here, and we're going to read Once Upon a Bible Time. This is an old book. It's got 4 stories in it, and this is volume 1. We read the temple tax coin last time, remember? Or Peter found the coin in the fish. Now, this was copyright 1976 by Review and Herald Publishing Company in Washington, D.C. That is no longer in service. That place has been closed, and they just use Pacific Press in Nampa, Idaho. So, for publishing Christian books, Seventh-day Adventist books. So today we're going to read in the same volume, but second story on Jericho Road. There's a guy walking along. It happened one day a long time ago that a man who lived in Jerusalem decided to do some trading in the town of Jericho. He counted his money into money bags, put on his best robe, headcloth, and sandals, then took the rocky road that zigs and zags down the steep hills, down, then down some more, to Jericho town. You can see the words are going down. If on the road he met a Jerusalem man, he would politely bow and bid him good day. But if he met a Samaritan man, he would spit and look the other way. "You're a dog," he might call after him, for Jerusalem men hated Samaritan men, hated them one, hated them all. It's not very nice, is it? The day was warm, the day was sunny. The man from Jerusalem walked quickly along, thinking of how he would spend his money, when suddenly from behind a big rock, robbers jumped out with a terrible, terrible shout. They beat the man with clubs, tore off his clothes, grabbed his money bags, and fled, leaving him half dead. Half dead. See, there goes his stick. It flew out of his hands when he got hit. Those guys are not nice. Naked and bleeding, the man lay by the roadside. Bugs crawled over him. Flies buzzed about him. "Water, water," he cried, as hotter and hotter grew the day. Would no one help him? Would no one come his way? Footsteps on the road. A priest, a priest. Surely he would help a wounded man, give him a drink of water at least. But did the priest help? Did he? No, he kept to the other side of the road and pretended not to see. More footsteps. A Levite with a walking stick. Now the wounded man was sure of help, for it's a Levite's work to help the poor and sick. The Levite walked over to where the man laid. "You poor man," he said. But did he help? No, he too went on his way. Day was almost gone. He's probably about to give up. The man from Jerusalem was sure he would die, and then he heard the clip-clop of a donkey's hooves and managed to open a swollen eye. With a moan, he gave up all hope again, for he knew the rider on the donkey's back would never help him. The rider was a Samaritan. No, he couldn't expect help from a man he hated, a man he had called a dog. But the Samaritan did stop, got off his load. You know what story this is by now? I'm sure you do if you know any Bible stories at all. This is one that Jesus told. And while his donkey sniffled and snuffed, pointing long donkey ears at the man beside the road, he shooed away the flies. He brushed away the bugs, then poured oil on the man's cuts and bruises and gave him drink after drink from his water jug. The day had turned gray and chill as he lifted the wounded man onto his donkey and walked by his side down the steep hill. Down, 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 then down some more to Jericho town. He's taking care of him. You know, he must be thirsty after all day. At a Jericho inn, he rented a bed and cared for the man the rest of the night. To the innkeeper next morning, he said, "I must be on my way, but give this wounded man the best of care, and whatever you have to spend, I will pay you all when I come this way again." Why did the Samaritan man take such care of a man who hated him? Why did he share his water jug, his donkey, and his money too? It was because on a mountainside one day he had heard Jesus say, "Do good to them that hate you." It's called the Jericho Inn. And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed this one called On the Jericho Road. And we'll hope you come back again for more stories with Aunt Becky. Bye.